Hello, it's Nina from Kids Knits, and it's been so long since I've done this, it feels so weird still. Hi! Okay, I just thought, I'm never ever gonna film this video if I don't film this video, so let's do this video. I'm just gonna kind of update you guys on what I've been working on. I haven't really been doing too much. I feel like I've needed to chill, but then I'm gonna go through everything I've done and I'm gonna be like, wait, I've been doing quite a bit. So let's just get into it. I'm gonna show you guys my makes, my plans, what's coming in the future. Let's do a little unboxing because one of my yarn orders came in and that's very exciting. And yeah, I think that's it. Let's get into that. First things first, here is one of my finished items. This has been on my to make list for so long. It's like a vintage style pot holder, and I think normally when I see them, like the top two are maybe a different color, but I wanted it to be all one color so you could really tell that it was like a flower, and I think this is like beautiful. I love it. I'm gonna definitely bring this down to my kitchen, I think. I don't know, I kind of want to just put it up on the wall and have it as like little wall decor, but I love it. I used KnitPicks Dishy and I think it turned out so well. So this was a free pattern. I followed the tutorial on through Pinterest. So I will link that for you guys somewhere in the description. I don't know. Maybe I'll pop up the information here for you, okay? If anybody wanted to make one. I love it. I love anything that's kind of like vintage crochet, vintage knitting. I love it. I love the retro stuff. So this one was cute. It didn't take me too long. Of course, when I start a pattern for the first time, there's always like a little bit of a learning curve, especially like reading somebody else's pattern style. But once I got going, it made quite a bit of sense, and I did the second part and then I pieced them together and it was done. So I really love this one. I think that it turned out great. It wasn't a flop. You know when you really want to make something and you're like, oh, is this gonna be like a nailed it kind of thing? Like, you know? So anyway, next thing, and this one I am a little bit hesitant to show you guys because I am going to be doing another video that's gonna be like a fall Halloween pattern roundup video, but it is something that I worked on this week, so I am gonna give you a quick little peek. He's not done yet. I do have to add some details to him, but he's like pretty done. I think I could have done a better job, but I didn't have any wire on hand and I just wanted to get him done. So this is Wisp, the Worrisome Ghost. This is by Muna's Miscellaneous. He's so cute. I think he's adorable. I don't have a ghost in my collection, and I don't know if I'm going to add a ghost to my collection, like for my own personal patterns. Maybe, but I think he is the perfect addition. I mean, look at him. He's so long. He's so cute. So I'm going to add some little ribbons around his pantaloons, and I think that's probably all I'll do for him. I wish his arms were a little up higher for me. I think if I had proper wire, not pipe cleaners, this would have turned out a little bit better. But I'm very happy with him. I think he's so cute, and I think he's going to look great on my shelf with all my other Halloween makes. Or I might give him to my mom. I think my mom would think he's pretty cute. Also coming up, what I've been working on is my candy corn beanies. This will be available in 7 different sizes. So that will be from newborn ranging all the way to large adult. Adult small, adult large, and then all the sizes in between to fit everything else. Because sometimes you might like size a pattern for like 3 to 6 months and then it doesn't actually fit a 3 to 6 month old and they need some, because everyone's noggin is a different size. So this is going to have 7 sizes, so there's going to be lots to choose from. I'm also going to be posting a video tutorial for this pattern so you can make your own. I think I'm going to do the adult size. Let me know what you guys think. I think that would make the most sense. So I'll probably do that. That will be coming to my shop too. I love these. I think they're so cute for fall and Halloween, and super cute for babies too. Just be like, put them in something festive while you still can, you know? Another pattern and tutorial that I will be releasing soon is for my knitted pumpkin pattern. Now I know that not everybody knits, and that's totally fine. So I think I'm also going to do a crochet version of these pumpkins. I still need to add these stems. I don't like knitting the stems. I don't like crocheting the stems. I do like using a little twig from nature and, you know, kind of gluing that in there, fabric glue, hot glue, because I think it just looks so cute. It's so darling. this will be coming. This will be a written pattern with 3 sizes, large, medium, and small. I don't know where my medium one is right now. This is my small size, I believe. I'll put up a tutorial. Again, I don't know, maybe the medium size because it's like a happy medium, but what do you guys think? Small, medium, or large for that? Let me know in the comments if you're even watching this video. But yeah, that's coming soon too. So 2 new tutorials coming. One for a hat, one for cute little fall decor. Another pattern that I'm working on, which if you've been watching my live streams, you know that this was started probably, I think, what, a month, 2 months ago, and I just didn't get anywhere on it because I realized quickly I can't design while I'm on live stream. There's just too many moving pieces to it. I appreciated everybody's feedback at the time, but I need to go back to the drawing board. I need to give this more of like a vintage 90s kind of look, like 80s, 90s. Yes, the 90s are vintage. I know that's kind of crazy. I am a 90s baby myself, but I love like the 90s Halloween stuff. It's so cute. I just love it. So you've seen my Dracula and the state that he's in, and this is the state that he's in. I'm gonna rip out this light gray. I think I'm gonna do something different here, and I really just have to, I think I have to draw out exactly what I want to see for him. I have a vision in my mind, but I need to like see this on paper to really execute it. So hopefully by the end of July, this pattern will be good to go to testers, because I haven't put out a good pattern in a long time. I've been doing my minis, but I want to do another big guy. I love the big ones. That's what's so fun to me. Earlier, I think in June, maybe it was June, I released my Jack and Jackie minis. So I have my original Pumpkin Man and Pumpkin Girly, and everybody wanted minis for so long. So I said, let's do it. Let's make some minis. So I finally did those patterns up. And I thought, well, if we're going to do these guys in minis, we have to do Russell in minis. So that's what I was working on recently, earlier this month. It's in testers' hands right now. I'm actually going to go and finish up checking their pattern notes and updating the pattern and doing all those things so that it's ready to be released this week, I think. No, next week. What day is it today? I don't even know, guys, because I'm on summer break. He's really cute, a little raffia in his boots and his overalls and his little cuffs and his hat, and I just love him too. That's what I was busy working on, was the minis, but again, this is just shrinking my patterns and I want to put something new out there. So I think that's what I'm going to be focusing on next, and I'll be doing that with my Dracula. Other than that, I've just been like accumulating projects that I want to work on, and I have quite a few, but I don't know if I want to give them all up yet. I think I'll give you guys a little bit of a sneak peek. I'll show you my yarn that came in. I'll show you my yarn, and I'll give you guys some very vague ideas of what I'm going to be doing with those, and we'll see if any of them come to fruition, because I get a lot of ideas in my head and I don't usually make them all. We have a giant box of yarn here. The first is this worsted weight yarn. So I have 4 skeins of the Brava worsted weight in the color, I think this is just cream. It's pulling orangey. You can't really tell on here, but it's giving peachy cream. However, I thought this color, and this color would work up into being my dream granny square blanket. So that is what I will be doing with this one. I will be doing a retro style granny square blanket. I'm going to pop some inspiration over here. I haven't quite settled on exactly what style I'm going to do, but that's my plan for these. I do think these would look killer as like a chevron style too, in the back loop. I think that would look really good. If I have any leftover yarn, maybe I'll do that, or I'll order some more. And I do have an avocado color coming as well, like a nice vintage green. And another color too. I think like a different version of cream as well. But I think these would go nicely together. Maybe the other color I got was like a yellowy kind of color. I don't know. Either way, it's going to become my dream blanket, and I'm really excited to start on that. So most of my order is just a million skeins of these. I ordered some more Dishy. You guys know I go on and on and on and on about Dishy. So Dishy is what I use to make this pot holder over here, and I use it for all of my dishcloths that I make. So my Dainty Daisy dishcloth is made with KnitPicks Dishy, and these colors are so cute too. I might try to make like a retro style hot pad, something like that. But then I also have a Halloween collection in my mind for some dishcloths, like some Halloween dishcloths, so I might do that too. My only problem is I just can't seem to get to work. I'm just like, I've got all of these projects on the go, and then I can't finish any of them because I don't know why. I don't know why. I'm just like, I'm prioritizing rest right now, and I know I need to just like buckle down and lock in and get some of the stuff done. But maybe if I make a video about it and I get really excited about it and I get other people excited about it, then I'll actually have to do it and execute it, because I don't want to be known as the person that just keeps talking about all the projects that she's going to make and that she never actually makes them. So I think I should like stop yapping and maybe get to work on something. And yeah, I think now it's time to just like design. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna check back in this video maybe in like a couple of days, maybe tomorrow, see what else I've done, what I've accomplished, and yeah. Thanks for listening to me ramble, you guys. I just had to get all of that out there to the universe. So it's definitely been a hot minute, and when I say hot, I mean hot. It is so hot today, you guys. Did happen to go to Michael's finally. I was looking for some more yarn for my candy corn beanies, and I found a couple new colors that I've never seen before that I'm gonna try out this year. So when I was in the store, obviously I need to get pumpkin. This is like a quintessential fall color. But then I saw this one, and this one's called, I think it's called like spicy. And it looks pretty red, but it's kind of like a tomato red. Like it's almost, on camera it looks really red, doesn't it? In the store it looked like it was giving orange. Anyways, I thought I would just buy it and try it. I do plan to make my pumpkins in this like rainbow kind of pattern again. I just loved how like fun and colorful it was, so I'll use it anyways, and I always use this yarn for so many projects. But I was actually pleasantly surprised with the color selection of the Lion Brand Woolies Thick and Quick. This was my go-to back in the day. I use it for my Great Granny Square blanket, and I picked up some other colors for that as well. So before I show you that, here are the 3 colors that I'm going to be using for my candy corn beanies. I got 2 skeins of this. Do I love that it's $10 for a ball of this now? No, but I mean, that's the way of the world. So we have pumpkin, mustard, and then fisherman, which is a classic. This color though really caught my eye. I thought it was cute, it'd be a cute fall color. It's called Fall Leaves. So that one's really nice. We'll see if that will focus for you guys there. Lots of nice warm tones throughout this one, and I thought this would be really cute for a pumpkin as well. So I think I'm going to do my pumpkin tutorial in this color. I've never used it before. I want to see how it works up. So I found this color Gingerbread, which I don't think I've used before. Unless it's the color that's up there. No. This one's a little darker than the color that I have on my hat model. I'll show you. All the way up there behind the ghost. So that one's a little bit different. I don't even know what color that one was. But yeah, I thought this would be cute. I want to make my Great Granny Square blanket, but I want to do it in that retro kind of palette. I will be making a smaller Granny Square blanket with browns, oranges, mustards. I know there's a lot of people like me that don't have a lot of patience, and so I thought, why not try one in these colors, but in the Great Granny Square blanket. Make it kind of like a vintage retro looking one. So I'm going to try that out. I'm going to see how that goes. Okay, in other news, what I've been working on this week, I tried a couple new designs out for like simple washcloths. There's one, I'll show you. It's not perfect. I'm gonna go back to the drawing board on it. I think I'm gonna make it a little bit smaller, or either make the whole thing bigger or longer. I have to just play with the proportions of it. But I want to do a Halloween dishcloth set. I just don't know if it's gonna work. I might have to make it a little less ambitious than I'm making it, but I'll show you the first one that I've started. I haven't frogged her yet, but it is a little ghost. However, the proportions are just off, and I think I might get rid of the hands, the little hands, and just leave it kind of more plain. I was gonna crochet some little eyes for it as well and do that on there, because that would just make more sense of a ghost. But I think I either have to make it taller to make the width of this work, or I had it folded here and I kind of liked the width of this. I know it's kind of hard to like tell on here, but I felt like that was like a little bit more appropriate. But I still want it big enough to like work in the kitchen, so I don't know. I'm gonna play around with this a little bit more, just make like a little ghost kind of scrubby cloth, and then some other ones to kind of go in this collection. I might put it on the back burner for right now because I feel like I've just got too much stuff that I'm trying to accomplish, and time is going by so quickly, as it always does. So anyways, this was kind of like one of my fails, I would say, for this week. I mean, it's cute in its own little way, however, it just needs some shaping to the salon. If you watched my lives, which I don't know if anybody that watches my lives will actually ever watch my long form, I was working on this little bat guy. The pattern is by Creature Made, so I do have all his little pieces done. I think I'm gonna sew him together shortly here, so he's all ready to go. I mean, he looks so cute with, where's the front of him? Which way do I need to go? Looks so cute with his little ears, and then we add on his wings, and he's gonna be adorable. So that's another project that I worked on this week, and he was nice and quick and easy, and it's a free pattern on her Instagram page, and I think she also sells it in her shop too if you wanted the PDF. So I'm just gonna complete this one, and then that will be good to go. I guess I'll sew him together, and then I'll come back and show you. The first part I have to start with is the ears. I really wish I had some Ami sticks so that I could, you know, tack them into place, but I don't have those. Could use some stitch markers, but will I? Probably not. I don't even know what a bat's ears are supposed to look like. Part of me wants to go like further back here, but then I'm like, do I need to go closer? I think I'm gonna look up some pictures and then I will decide where I'm gonna put them. Highly recommend not Googling bats because some of the images that came up were terrifying. I think I'm gonna go with this placement, something like that. I don't know. Is it super bat-like? Maybe not. I'm not sure how great this footage of me filming this is, sewing this on is gonna be, but sure is pulling out a lot of stuffing. I'm gonna just tentatively leave that there and then do the other one, and if I like it, then I will keep them there. So I will say sewing is one of my least favorite parts of making Amis because I just hate when it needs to be symmetrical. I feel like I'm not good at that. It's a weakness of mine, and I'm not very patient. Not when it comes to finishing something. I just want it done. Okay, I think it's gonna be fine. I think that'll be cute once they're attached. So I'm gonna finish attaching them and then I will show you guys that after. Already this is looking pretty dang cute. I'm happy with that. I'll leave it with some flexibility too. And since it's just for me, I don't feel like it needs to be super, super secure because this is just gonna go on my shelf, but adorable. So now I need to figure out how I'm gonna do these little wings and add some little details to his face. Gave him some sad little eyelids. Doesn't he look so sad now? Kinda cute though. Okay, to the wings. Oops, I finished that up. It didn't take me too long at all. I think I did okay with the placement of everything. I gave him a little choker. I was gonna give him a little bow tie, but I'll make him a little fancier when I find some more time. but I'm happy with that. This is, again, a free pattern by Creature Made, and I think it's for sale in her Etsy shop as well. I'll link all of that stuff. I use the Loops and Threads, oh, I don't remember what it is, but the Loops and Threads blanket type yarn from Michaels. So if you wanted to make a big one, you could. I think she might use smaller yarn for hers, and then it comes out a little bit smaller, but how cute. It's gonna go up with my little ghost on the top of my bookshelf. And yeah, I think right now I'm gonna go, I don't know, plan out some projects for later tonight. So that's a little catch up for what I've been doing this week, and I'm gonna check back in when I've made some more progress on some other patterns, makes, whatever I've got in the works. So catch you guys in a bit.
I'm back, it's a few days later. I managed to get some things done, which is good. Finished my candy corn beanies, do a tester call for that. So tester calls are always held over on my Instagram page if you guys want to test for me and you knit. Go over there, find that, and that would be great. I don't know if I'm gonna get that many people who will offer to test because one, there's so many sizes, and two, I find my audience is more crocheters than it is knitters, so I don't really know. I kind of did a little bit of a sidebar and went on a tangent and didn't stick to getting done the things that I needed to get done, but I posted a little video. If you follow me on Instagram, you'll have seen my Scooby-Doo inspired blanket. Not sure if I'm going to continue it or not. I thought it was really fun though, just to put all the colors together and choose colors based on the characters. So pop over there, let me know what you think. I'm going to rip this all apart right now. It's all connected still to the yarn. And yeah, I kind of just worked on that for a few hours today. Now it's time to get back to the real work, which is my pattern designing, which means I am going to finally sit down and work on this Dracula. This looks very peculiar right now. This is his hand. So that's where I'm going to spend the rest of my afternoon. I really hope I can make some good progress on this today. If not finish it, that would be kind of crazy, but very cool. So if I do, I will report back, and that would probably be the perfect finisher to this super chatty, what am I doing in my crochet studio this week video. So stay tuned. I'm almost done, and hopefully this next check-in will be everything completed, but knowing me, it might not be. Okay, as always, be right back.
For whatever reason, I filmed this clip before, it didn't work, so now my video is so behind. But anyways, I did get my little vampire to where I'm quite happy with him. I'm going to redo his head though. I think the color changes are going to be too complex, especially with people's different tensions and stuff like that. So I'm going to change his head, make it a little bit easier, maybe make it bigger too. I think he needs a little bit bigger of a head. And I'm going to do the hair separately so that you crochet it and then sew it on. And I think that would add a good dimension to it. Maybe add a little bit more area for the mouth. And I just got most of my stuff in for safety eyes to paint my own. I think this guy needs a custom pair, something very spooky, Dracula-like. Maybe some little bats in his eyeballs. I think that would be really cute. So this is the end of my week in my craft room, and my gosh, I feel like I did get a lot done, but I also didn't. So I don't know. I still have so many projects to get through, and I'm gonna go tackle a couple more of them right now. But thank you for watching this video if you did. If you liked it, maybe hit like, subscribe, and leave me a comment. I don't know. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.